Your glory cannot be hidden. People know when you have a bright future. Even before you recognize your greatness, the sons of men, through one means or the other, know that you have a glorious destiny. And a glorious destiny attracts three kinds of people. They attract people like Potiphar that will give everything in their custody into your hands to manage. It also attracts people like Laban that would recognize your destiny and use your destiny to succeed and deceive you on top. The third person, a colorful destiny we attract, are persons like Potiphar's wife that would want you to break the law of God so that God will be against you and so that your destiny can be thwarted. So you must be rugged in your prayer life. You are going to pray this prayer. My Father, my glory owner, anyone that has seen that you are with me, make them favor me in the name of Jesus. Prayer point number 2. My Father and the lifter of my head, any man or woman that has seen my glory and my glory is favoring him or her, and they are using it and deceiving me on top, Lord, snatch my glory from their hand. Put me on the right track so I can enjoy my glory according to your will. And let me get back multiple fold of what they have stolen from me. In the name of Jesus. And thirdly, Lord, any of my property, my coat in the hand of Potiphar's wife, that they are using against me, Father, let that coat begin to become a torment and a fire in the custody of that wicked person. Let that coat work against them and not work against me. In the name of Jesus. And peradventure, your coat in the hand of Potiphar's wife is already being used against you. I pray that the sure mercy of God will speak to the Pharaoh for you, and you will be restored multiple times, and God will bring you back into the palace where you will be greater than you were in Potiphar's house. In the name of Jesus. Genesis 39 verses 2. And the Lord was with Joseph, and he was a prosperous man, and he was in the house of his master, the Egyptian. And his master saw that the Lord was with him, verse 3, and that the Lord made all that he did to prosper in his hand. The master saw that God was with him. People know if God is with you. Verses 4, and Joseph found grace in his sight. You will find grace in the sight of God. In the name of Jesus. After Joseph found grace in the sight of Potiphar, which is your number one prayer point, in verses 12 of the same Genesis 39, it reads, and she caught him by his garment, saying, lie with me. And he left his garment in her hand and fled and got him out. 13. And it came to pass when she saw that he had left his garment in her hand and was fled forth, that she called unto the men of her house and spake unto them, saying, see, he had brought in an Hebrew unto us to mock us. He came in unto me to lie with me, and I cried with a loud voice. 15. And it came to pass when he heard that I lifted up my voice and cried, that he left his garment with me and fled and got him out. And she laid up his garment by her until the Lord came home. Any of your garments in the hand of the wicked, any of your properties in the custody of the wicked that they want to use against you, that they are using against you, it will backfire on them in the name of Jesus. It will work against them. It will not work against you. In the name of Jesus. Your garment in the hand of Potiphar's wife is a prayer point you must pray, and in the realm of the spirit, you must destroy their evidence. Where you are guilty, the mercy of the Lord will speak over judgment in the name of Jesus. Another glory users are in the book of Genesis chapter 31, chapter 30, verses 27. And Laban said unto him, I pray thee, if I have found favor in thy eyes, tarry, for I have learned by experience that the Lord has blessed me for thy sake. People know that your presence is the reason they are being blessed. Sometimes they leave you in an organization. It's not because they love you, it's because there's oil on your head and they are using you to succeed. You must know when it is time to cry unto God, to break loose from people that are destiny users. In verses 5 to 7 of Genesis 31, it says, and said unto them, I see your father's countenance, that it is not towards me as before, but the Lord of my father had been with me. And ye know that with all my power I have served your father, and your father had deceived me, and changed my wages 10 times, but God suffered him not to hurt me. He was using Jacob's destiny, Laban, and also was deceiving him. Some people will want to marry you not because they love you, but they have seen your glory and they want to use you. For you to get married in this present world, you need to go on fasting and searching in the place of prayers that God should direct you, so you don't fall into the hands of Laban's or Potiphar's wife. There are many people that don't have your interest in their mind. You can look out for someone 1000%, and they will still put you after people who never did a thing for them. People are just using you. She doesn't love you. He doesn't love you. They are using you. But from your ordinary sense, you cannot know who is using you. Therefore, your destiny is very important for you to come back for in the place of prayers. People are contesting for your glory. People are contesting for your star. They will hold on to you being employed. They will hold on to you being in that organization. As long as you don't know your worth, they will stay with you and make sure you expire. You get to a point where you have no more vigor and strength to fight for your destiny. So recognize when you are being used and being deceived, and know when it is time for you to move. Because Jacob had to move, and that was when the Lord made him indeed to realize that he was more than working for Laban. You are more than who you are. You are more than what you know you are. Your manufacturer is God. You can only know your worth by staying in the presence of your manufacturer, so that he can tell you what you are made up of. Anything that is in your hand that is being used against you, the Lord will set you free. There was this story of a young man that walked into a crime scene and found that a man was killed and the gun was on the floor. He picked up the gun and was screaming, come and help, they've killed someone, this is the gun. And they turned him into prison. And they sentenced him to death. 5 minutes before they wanted to execute him, they told him to make any call to anybody he wants to call. And he called his pastor. He said, Pastor, I'm going to be executed. I didn't commit this crime. And the pastor looked at his phone, told himself, what can I do in 5 minutes? The pastor rushed down to his car, brought out a sacrifice in the form of money, and spread it around his church altar and said, Lord, do what only you can do. I give you this sacrifice. And somebody in court turned in himself and shouted, I am the one that killed that man. He confessed. And they set the other righteous man free. Child of God, I don't know what they found in your heart that is against you. The Lord will set you free. The Lord will set your brother free. The Lord will set your sister free. Any of your friend, your relative that are in trial, waiting for judgment to be passed upon them, the Lord will set them free. Where they have sinned, the mercy of God will prevail over judgment. In the name of Jesus. Don't be careless in life. Life is not a funfare. Life is a warfare. They are contesting for your destiny. How come Herod killed children from ages 2 downwards just because of the destiny of one child. Whether you like it or not, men and women are after your star, either to use you, either to put you in positions or to make you err against God. Watch out for your coats that are in the hand of Potiphar's wife. Contend for your destiny in the place of prayers. Your five senses cannot handle this wicked